أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome everybody to today's class. Jazakumullah to all of you for arriving on time. Just a quick reminder, as per usual, heads should be covered. You should be in wudu. A reminder to all those students who do not have their correct ID, please make sure you put in your correct ID or you may find yourselves back in the waiting room. So check your ID, make sure it's correct. Okay, and today's lesson we are going to be continuing with normal elongation part 2. But before we start in the class, we are going to start with our opening prayer. So if we could please have a student on the mic.
Assalamu alaikum. Our first student is G1058.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. So we're going to start with the opening prayer. We're going to start with Dawood, Tasmiyah, and then the prayer written here. Okay, are you ready?
Yes. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Very good. Rabbi, remember the shadda? You really need to harden that. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Much better, but don't elongate your bar here. Okay, so just 1 second. Rabbi zidni ilma.
Rabbi zidni ilma.
Beautiful, well done. And the translation?
Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge.
And which surah?
Taha 115.
Excellent. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help, G1058. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so yesterday's lesson, you were looking at haruful mad or normal elongation. Okay, and in yesterday's lesson, we found out that mad means to lengthen or prolong, to make longer. And in Arabic, there are 3 letters of haruful mad, letters of prolongation, okay, which make a letter and the letter preceding letter longer. So these are alif, waw, and ya. Now, in yesterday's class, you looked at how to recognize alif mad and waw mad. Okay, and today we are going to look at the 3rd letter of elongation, which is ya mad. Right? And the way to recognize a ya mad, we're going to go through that. But just quickly, just to let you know that ya madya is always preceded by a consonant carrying the stroke of kasra, as demonstrated in the example below. Okay, so let's have a look at this. We have a ya, we have a mim here with a kasra, and we have a ya with a sukoon on top. Let's go here. How to recognize ya mad. Right? First thing you need to do is you need to observe, you need to look. If there is a ya sakin, you observe here, in this example, there is a ya sakin, okay? Then you have to ask yourself a question. Is there a kasra on the letter before? If there is, if the answer is yes, you then identify that this letter here is a ya mad. Once you've identified that, your action is to elongate the kasra sound to 2 seconds. So it's the same as you were doing with the alif mad and the waw mad, but in this sense, you will elongate this sound to 2 seconds. So you will pronounce this, instead of pronouncing mi, which would be just a mim with a kasra, you will pronounce mi, 2 seconds. Me. Okay, so let's go back to here. That was our first example. Okay, you have a mim with a ya with a sukoon on top. You'll pronounce that me. And in this example below, you would have the whole word, which would be miqatu. Miqatu. Okay, so we're now going to go on to our next example, which is this one. Okay, so if I could have a student on the mic that can talk us through this.
Yes, our next student is G1106.
G1106. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, G1106.
Okay, we'll move to another student then.
Yeah.
G1003.
G1003. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm G1106.
You're G1106. Okay, we'll have you then. That's fine. Okay, G1106. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah, excellent. So we're gonna walk through this example together. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Excellent. So let's go back to here. First thing we need to do is we need to observe. Is there a ya sakin? Let's go back. Is there a ya sakin here?
Yes.
Yes, good, well done. This is a ya sakin. Okay, well done, good. Let's go to our next thing. We're going to have a question now. Is there a kasra on the letter before? Let's check. Is there a kasra on the letter before? Yes or no?
Yes.
Excellent, well done. Let's go to our next section. We have to now identify, okay, ya mad. So this would be known as what? Ya mad.
Ya mud.
Excellent, well done. And our final stage is our action. Our action. We have to elongate the kasra sound to 2 seconds. Okay, so we'll go back to here. We see a scene with a kasra. This is a ya mad. So we will say see.
Seen.
Good, 2 seconds. Excellent. Now, if you do tawud and tasmiyah, we will read the word below as well. Okay? So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Excellent. Now, in this example here, we have a ya here with a sukoon, and we also have a ya here with a sukoon. Can you see that?
Yes.
Right. The letter before it in both examples has what stroke? What stroke is this here at the bottom?
Kasra.
Excellent. And this one?
Kasra.
Excellent. Well done. I think I should change back to my little hand. It's a bit difficult to see otherwise. There. This is a kasra. This is a kasra. Okay. So this is a ya mad. And this is also a ya mad. Okay. So each of these sounds now needs to be elongated for 2 seconds each. Okay. So I just want you to follow me. This would be see.
See.
Excellent. Now let's do the next one. Ni.
Ni.
And how would we pronounce this last letter?
Na.
Na. Excellent. Very good. Now we're going to put that all together. Okay. So we're going to have si, ni, na.
Si. Ni. Na.
Excellent. Let's do it a little bit faster. Si, ni, na.
Si. Ni. Na.
Good. Once more. Let's have a little bit more flow. Si, ni, na.
Si. Ni. Na.
Beautiful. Very, very good. Excellent. Let's go back to do this example now here. Okay. This one here. Highlighted it.
Ni.
Good. Well done. Me, 2 seconds. Now, we learned this yesterday, right? We learned this yesterday. It's a alif mad because there's a blank alif and the letter before it has a fatha. So this would be mi, ko.
Mi. Ko.
Beautiful. Excellent. Once more. Miqatu. Once more.
Miqatu.
Very good. Excellent, G1106. Really, really lovely recitation. Well done. Jazakumullah for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Yes.
Allah Hafiz. Okay, excellent. So, if we can have another student on the mic, please.
Yes, our next student is G1052.
Assalamu alaikum, G1052.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
By Allah's grace, I'm good.
Alhamdulillah, that's great. You're feeling good. Okay, so we're going to go through this line here. Okay, this line here. Let me highlight it for you. Now, we have here a ya madda. The reason we know it's a ya madda is the letter before it has a kasra. How long will we elongate this letter for?
2 seconds.
Excellent. So this would be T.
T.
Excellent. Well done. Now, here we have a ta with a kasra. How long are we going to say this letter for?
1 second.
Excellent. T.
T.
Very good. Once more. T.
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 Very good. Excellent. Well done. Now, let's go on to the next one. So, how do we know that this is a ya madda?
Because it has a ya on it.
It has a sukoon on the top of it. Well done. And the letter before has a? What stroke is this where my little hand is? Can you see that? A kasra. Kasra. Excellent. And what letter is this?
A ya.
This is a ba and this is the ya. Okay? So we will pronounce this for 2 seconds. B. Good. Well done. How long are we going to say this letter for?
1 second.
Excellent. B.
B.
Well done. So again, this one. B. And this one. B. Well done. Excellent. Very good. Now, this one, again, we have a kasra here, but we also have a ya with a sukoon on the top here. So this will be elongated for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well done. So this will be E. Very good. Well done. Now, this is a vertical kasra. How long do we pronounce a vertical kasra for? Do you remember?
2 seconds.
Excellent. Well done. So this would also be pronounced E. 2 seconds. Very good. So again, this one. Very good. And this one? Very good. Excellent. Jazakumullah, G1052. Very nice recitation. Allah Hafiz. Thank you for your help. Okay. So just a quick reminder before we go on to our next exercise. In order to recognize a ya mad, first we have to observe a ya sakin. Okay. We have to question, is there a kasra on the letter before? If the answer is yes, there is a kasra on the letter before, you identify it as a ya mad. Okay, and the action that you need to take is to elongate the kasra sound to 2 seconds. Okay, so we are now going to go over this exercise here, 15.3. So if we could have a student on the mic, please.
Yes, G1086.
G1086. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah. And you?
Excellent. I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So we're going to start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah, and then we're going to go straight on and start reading the words, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Lovely. Okay, so first of all, we know, because they're all highlighted in blue over here, okay, we know that all of these are ya mad, right? The reason we know that they are ya mad is because the letter before them has a kasra on it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're first just going to recite these two letters together. I don't know if I can highlight just the two, but I'll try. Just these two letters here. So we have a dal, good, with a ya mad and a kasra. 2 seconds, excellent. D. Once more. D. Very good. Now we're going to add this first letter in here. That's a sheen with a fatha. So sha.
Shadi.
Very good. Shadi.
Shadi.
Very nice. Let's add the last letter now. Dun.
Dun. Shadi. Shadi. Dun.
Very good effort. Well done. Now, remember, we need to make a slight nasal sound here as well. So we just need to be very careful with our timing. So, shadidun.
Shadi.
Very good. Make sure you make your 2-second nasal sound here. Shadidun.
Shadi. Dun.
Very nice. Very nice. Very good. Excellent. Let's go on to this next one. Okay. Again, just these two letters in the middle. Can you do that for me?
Shadi.
Good, but just the two letters at the moment. With the dal, D. Well done. But for 2 seconds, because it's a yamad. D.
E.
Let's add the qaf at the beginning. Qadi. Well done. And now we have a ra with a tanween of dhamma again. So we have to make a nasal sound. Qadirun.
Qadirun.
Okay, make sure you do your 2 seconds here. We don't want to shorten that. Okay, Qadirun.
Qadirun.
Good. Once more. Qadirun.
Qadirun.
Good. Very good. So keep working on that. The more you work on it, the more you practice, your flow will become better. Okay. Once more with me. Qadirun.
Qadirun.
Much better. Excellent. Much better. Good. Now, this one here. Just these two letters in the middle. That's all I want you to tell me. These two. Li. Well done. You're going to elongate it for 2 seconds. So it will be li. Well done. Once more. Li. Very good. Now, at the beginning, we have a ha with a fatha. So it'll be hali. Very nice. Again, we have a tanveen at the end. So it'll be mun. Halimun. Once more.
Halimun.
Very good. Make sure to make that 2-second nasal sound. Halimun.
Halimun.
Very good. Very good effort. Keep working on that. G1086. Really good. You've got all the sounds there. Make sure with your tanveen that you practice your tanveen and the nasal sound that you need to make there, that elongation sound there as well. Okay. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay. We could have our next student, please.
Yes, G1105.
G1105. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you today?
I'm okay.
Alhamdulillah. That's good to hear. You understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So if we start with Tawud and Tasmiyah, and then we'll get on with the next word. Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Okay. Now this one here, this is what letter?
B.
It's a ba. Good, well done. It has a kasra underneath, and there is a ya with a sukoon. So this is a ya madda. So how long are we going to pronounce this for?
2 seconds will count.
Excellent, excellent. 2 seconds will count. So this would be B.
B.
Well done. B.
B.
Excellent. Let's add the first letter on. Mubi.
Mubi.
Well done. And let's add the last letter on. Again, there's a tanween here. Mubinun.
Mubinun.
Very nice. Once more by yourself.
Mubinun.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. Let's move on to the next one here. Just the 2 letters in the middle. These 2 here. How would we pronounce that? He. Well done. Make sure, remember with the ha, this is the ha that comes from your throat. Okay? So you need to feel it in your throat, the air. He.
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 Good. Now let's start with this letter at the front. Let's add that on. Rahi.
Rahi.
Very nice. And let's add on the last letter, again a tanween here. Rahimun.
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 Okay, so when you're saying the ra, you need to end it without making a ha sound at the end. So ra by itself.
Ra.
Ra, good. And then himun.
Himun.
Good. So when you're saying it all together, make sure the ra is pronounced separately. Okay? Rahimun.
Rahimun.
Good. It's ra, like a R-A. There's no H at the end. Okay? So whenever you say the letter ra, you need to make sure you're just saying it R-A, ra. Okay? Once more with that one.
Rahimun.
Good. Just keep working on that ra. Just keep it really short. Ra. Say it once for me.
Ra.
Ra. Well done. That's it. So you don't need to make a ha sound at the end. There shouldn't be any extra air coming out. Just ra. Rahimun.
Rahimun.
Much better, much better. Just be conscious and mindful that you don't want to make a ha sound when finishing off the ra there. Okay, let's go on to the next word.
Na. E. E.
Okay, let's just try these two letters here first. What letter is this?
Ein.
Ain, well done. Remember, ain again comes from the throat. It's different from an alif or a hamza. So it's a little bit of a difficult sound sometimes because we're not used to making it. But we need to make it and we need to elongate it for 2 seconds. So it will be I.
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 Good. It takes work, it takes practice. It's very difficult even for adults to get this sound correct. So just keep practicing and trying to feel the air in your throat when you're saying it. I.
I.
So let's add the noon at the beginning. So we'll have na.
Na'imun.
Very good. Excellent. You put the meme tanween at the end as well. Na'imun.
Na'imun.
Very good. Once more.
Na'imun.
Very nice. Excellent. Make sure with your tanween that you have that elongation there as well. Okay. Mun. 2 seconds. That nasal sound for 2 seconds. Okay. Once more. This word.
Na'imun.
Very good. Excellent effort, G1105. Very nice. Make sure you keep working on your ra and making that ha sound from your throat and the ayn sound from your throat as well. Okay. They're not easy sounds because we're not used to them. The more you practice, the easier it will become. Okay. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz. Thank you. Allah Hafiz. Okay. If we could have our next student, please.
Yes, G1112.
Assalamu alaikum, G1112. Double one, one, two. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So can you tell me then, what will we call this ya here?
You.
This is a ya with a sukoon. Look at it carefully. Yeah, ya with a sukoon. The letter before it has a
Li.
kasra. Yeah, the stroke is a kasra. So this is known as a ya mad. Ya mad. Okay, just to remind everybody, if there is a ya sakin, yeah, ya with a sukoon, and the letter before it has a kasra, yes, it is known as a ya mad. Okay, so this is a ya mad. Yeah, how long are we going to pronounce this for?
2 seconds.
Excellent, well done. So this letter has a kasra. This is a lam. You said that before. You said li. And we are going to pronounce that li for 2 seconds because there is a ya mad, which helps us to elongate this sound. So this will be pronounced li.
Li.
Oh, sorry, we forgot to do tawuz and tasmiyah. Let's start with tawuz and tasmiyah quickly. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Sorry, start again. A'udhu billah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Okay, good. Now, if you can just do these 2 letters for me here. Li.
Li.
Good, well done. Li.
Li.
Well done. Now we're going to add this letter at the beginning, seen with a fatha. Okay, so this is sa. Sa.
Okay.
Can you say this? Well done. Now let's put them all together. Sa-li.
Saliyu.
Good, well done. Sali.
Sali.
Now we have a meme with a tanveen of dhamma. So that again will be pronounced for 2 seconds with a nasal sound. Mun.
Mun.
We're going to put that all together. Salimun.
Salimun.
Okay, make sure this is also needs to be elongated. Okay, Salimun.
Salimun.
Very good, much, much better. Once more. Salimun.
Salimun.
Good, well done. So the li is 2 seconds and the mun is also 2 seconds. Li mun.
Salimun.
Very good, well done. Let's move on to the next one. Just a sec. Right, so here, this is what we need to elongate for 2 seconds because this is our ya mad. We have a ra with a kasra, so we will say ri.
Ri.
Good. Ri.
Ri.
Well done, excellent. Let's add this first letter. Kari.
Kariyu.
And we have a meme with a tanveen of dhamma on the end there. So we will have mun.
Mun.
Karimun.
Karimun.
Good. Make sure you stick to 2 counts there or 2 seconds, okay? Karimun.
Karimun.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. Very, very nice recitation, G1112. So just keep working on that. You need to make sure your elongation is the same length every time. So just 2 counts here. Just 2 counts. Okay. Once more, you want to say it once more? Yep.
Karimun.
Karimun.
Kariyum.
Karimun.
Karimun.
Very good, very good. Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help. So keep working on that and keep practicing to make sure that the elongation is the right length, okay? Jazakumullah. Allah Hafiz. Okay, excellent. So we've had a practice of ya mad now. Now, yesterday's lesson, you looked at alif mad and waw mad. Let's just have a quick look at how to recognize alif mad and waw mad so that we can get on to our next exercise here, which is looking at all three together, okay? So if we open here alif mad, how do we recognize alif mad? Okay, the way to recognize alif mad is first you observe there is an alif. It's a blank alif. There is no stroke and no symbol on the top here. Okay, blank alif. The question that you need to ask yourself is there a fatha on the letter before? Here we can see there is, so the answer is yes. So we identify this as an alif mad. This is an alif mad because the letter before has a fatha on it. You elongate the fatha sound for 2 seconds. In this example, we would say la, 2 seconds. Okay? If we go back to here, for example, let's just have a look at this one. So in this first example here, we know that this is an alif mad because the lam has a fatha. So this would be la. Okay, and in order to say the whole word, you then put that together. You would say khalaqin. Okay, now waw mad. How do we recognize waw mad? Again, you observe, you look. There is a waw with a sukoon on top. It's a waw sakin. What question do you need to ask yourself? Is there a dhamma on the letter before? Let's check. We have a ta with a dhamma, so the answer is yes. We identify this now as a waw mad. This is a waw mad because this ta has a dhamma. We elongate the dhamma sound to 2 seconds. So in this example, it would be tu, tu. Okay? In our main example here, let's just look at this one here. We have dhal with the dhamma. We have a waw with the sukoon. So this is a waw mad. So we would say dhu, dhu. And the letter at the front we then add in. So it's ladhu, ladhu. Okay? And we have looked at in today's lesson how to recognize a ya mad because the letter before has a kasra. So this would be shadidun, shadidun. Okay, so we are now going to put them all together and we're going to read along in column in the rows here. And we're going to make sure that we have recognized each haruful mad, each letter of elongation. Okay, so if we can have our next student, please.
Yes, G1117.
Assalamu alaikum, G1117.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today?
Fine.
Alhamdulillah, understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent, good. So first word here, okay, we have, is this a alif mad or a waw mad or a ya mad?
Alif.
Alif mad. How long are we going to elongate this for?
2 seconds.
Excellent. So this would be kha.
Ha.
Good. 2 seconds only. Okay, you don't need to go longer. Kha.
Ha.
Right? So just count it in your mind up to 2. Kha.
Ha.
Right. Then we're going to add the next sounds on. Li.
Li.
Dan.
Dun.
Good. There's a tanveen here. So we have to make a nasal sound and elongate that for 2 seconds as well. Okay? Khalidan.
Khalidan.
Very good. Remember this kha is a thick sound. So you have to make a round shape of your mouth when you're pronouncing this letter. Okay? Khalidan.
Khalidan.
Very good. Excellent. Let's go on to our next one. Okay, so we have what letter here?
Wow.
Good. Waw with a sukoon. The letter before it has what on top?
Dhamma.
Dhamma. So that means this is a waw mad. Okay, waw mad. So we're going to elongate that for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
Excellent. Off you go.
You.
Good. I think we didn't read the Dawood and Tasmiyah. Let's read it now. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Good. Well done. Okay, so you.
You.
Good. 2 seconds. Remember, just time it in your mind. You.
You.
Good. Well done. Now, here. Again, we have a waw with a sukoon, and the letter before it has a dhamma. So how long are we going to pronounce these two letters for?
2 seconds.
Excellent. Well done. Nu.
No.
Well done. So we've got a couple of other letters we're just going to add in. Okay, so you need to keep them to 1 second each because they've just got a simple stroke. So yuminuna.
Yuminuna.
Very good. Yuminuna.
Yuminuna.
Good, well done. So remember, this sound and this waw mud here and this waw mud here, they're going to be the same length, 2 seconds each. Okay? Yuminuna.
Yuminuna.
Okay? Right, next one. We've just looked at this, the ya mud. Okay, so we're going to say this sound for 2 seconds here. Me.
Me.
2 seconds. Me. Good. We're going to add the ha at the front.
Me.
Ha-mi.
Hami.
Just 2 seconds, no longer. Ha-mi.
Hami.
And then we add the dal with tanween. Dun.
Dun.
Ha-mi. Dun.
Hami. Dun.
Make sure with the ha that you're saying it from your throat. Okay? Ha-mi. Dun.
Hami. Dun.
Good. So work on that ha. Make sure you're saying the sound. It should come from your throat. You can put your fingers on your throat when you're saying it if you wish. And that will help you to know where the sound is coming from. Okay. So just keep practicing that. Make sure that you know where the letters, which are the mud letters. Okay. How to recognize them. And keep practicing to make sure all of the sounds are the same length, whether that be 2 seconds or 1 second. Okay. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, if we could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1125.
Assalamu alaikum, G1125.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today?
I'm good.
Excellent, alhamdulillah. You understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Brilliant, alhamdulillah. So we're going to start with Dawood and Tasmiyah, and we're going to go through this, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent, very nice. Now, can you just say this sound for me, please? How long are we going to say this for? Very nice. How long is that?
2 seconds.
Brilliant. Ha, 2 seconds. Once more.
Ha.
2 seconds. Well done. Then we're going to add these two sounds at the beginning. So, falaha.
Falaha.
Very nice. Falaha.
Falaha.
Very good. So make sure this is 2 seconds and these are both 1 second each. Okay. Now let's go on to this one. What are we going to call this wow here? It's a wow with a schoon, and the letter before has a dhamma.
Well, mad.
Excellent, very good. And how long are we going to say this for?
2 seconds.
Brilliant. Let's just do these two letters here. So it would be oh.
Ooh.
Good, well done. Now we're going to add the other letters in. Okay, let's start from here. G-O.
G-O.
Well done. Make sure this ein sound, try to make this come from your throat, okay? G-O.
G-O.
Well done. And at the end, na.
Na.
Na. Good. Let's put these 4 letters together. G-O-na.
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 Very nice. Well done. Now we're going to add these 2 letters at the beginning. Okay. Yar. Yar.
Yar.
Very good. So let's try put it all together. Yar. G-O-na.
Yar. G-O-na.
Very nice. Really good timing there with your letters. Very, very good. Let's move on to this one here. This is now our ya mad. So we will pronounce this for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
Brilliant. Well done. So let's just do that. He.
He.
Well done. Let's add the letters on. Shahi.
Shahi.
Very nice. And we've got a dal at the end with tanveen. So we're going to say shahidun.
Shahidun.
Very nice. Do you have someone with you there?
Yes.
Yes. Are they also on the course?
Yes.
Yeah. Do they have an ID number?
No.
No. Okay. That's okay. They can just read it with you then. Shahidun.
Shahidun.
Very nice. Jazakumullah. Really lovely pronunciation of your letters. Very nice timing. Okay. Keep practicing that. The more you practice, the better it will become. Okay. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. Allah
Allah
Hafiz. Okay. We could have our next student, please.
Yes, our next student is G1126.
G1126. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for asking. You understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent. So if we start with Dawood and Tasmiya, and we'll go through this line here.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Very nice. Okay. So if we have this letter here, this is, what will we call this letter here?
Na.
Okay, that's the sound. Very good. And you did it for 2 seconds. Why are we doing it for 2 seconds? Because this is an alif mad. Alif mad. Okay.
Alif mad.
Good. We can recognize it's an alif mad because it's a blank alif, but the letter before it has a fatha on the top. It's a maftu letter. Okay, so this is an alif mad. We'll pronounce it for 2 seconds. Na.
Na.
Very nice. We're now going to add the other letters in. Dina.
Dina.
Good. Remember, dod is a thick sound, so we need to make a round mouth when we're saying it. Dina.
Zina.
And we add these 2 letters at the beginning. Ar.
Arzina.
Ardina.
Arzina.
Okay. Remember, this doesn't have a z sound. Okay, it's dod. Dod. Ardina.
Arzina.
Ardina.
Arzina.
Okay, try to just focus on that dod sound. Really practice that. Okay, very good timing. Excellent. Now we're moving on to this. This waw is called what?
Low.
That's how you're going to pronounce it. Not quite low, but what are we going to call this waw with a sukoon on top? It's going to be called a waw
Wanatun.
mud. Waw mud. And we're going to pronounce these two letters for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
Brilliant. Well done. So we're just going to say these two letters here, and we're going to say loo.
Lu.
Very good. Once more. Loo.
Lu.
Very nice. We're now going to add in some letters before. Okay. So we have a ta here with a dhamma. So we will say tulu.
Tulu.
Very nice. We're going to now add these two letters at the beginning. Here. Yaqtulu.
Yakdulu.
Yaqtulu.
Yakdulu.
Very good. Add on the last letter here. Yaqtuluna.
Yakduluna.
Once more. Yaqtuluna.
Yakduluna.
Very good. Excellent. Now let's go on to this one over here. Ya with a sukoon. The letter before has a kasra, so this is a ya mad. And we're going to pronounce this for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
Brilliant. So we're just going to do these two letters. Z.
Z.
Well done. Once more. Z.
Z.
Excellent. Let's add the first letter in. Z.
Azi.
Good. Remember, this ayn comes from your throat, okay? And it's a difficult sound, but just practice it. Azi.
Azi.
Excellent effort. Really, really good. Very good. Now let's add this last letter in. Tanveen here on the za. So we say azizun.
Azizun.
Very good. Once more. Azizun.
Azizun.
Very nice. Excellent effort, G1126. You really made a lot of effort with that and sound there. That was really good. Well done. So keep practicing that. Keep remembering this is a ya mad because the letter before has a kasra. This is a waw mad because the letter before has a dhamma. And this is an alif mad because it's a blank alif and the letter before has a fatha. Okay? Jazakumullah, thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, if we can go to our next student, please.
Yes, G1127.
G1127. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum, G1127.
Okay, G1003.
G1003. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam. Is that G1127?
Yes,
Okay, G1127. Okay. How are you today?
I'm fine.
Alhamdulillah. Excellent. Are you understanding
How
everything
are
okay?
you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well. Jazakumullah for asking. Are you understanding the lesson okay?
Yes.
Brilliant. That's what I like to hear. So, are we going to start with Tawuz and Tasmiyah and then we'll move on to the row here. Okay? أعوذ بالله.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Lovely. So, here we have a alif mad and we have a ya with a fatha. So, how many seconds are we going to say this for?
2 seconds.
Brilliant. And we're going to say ya.
Ya.
Very nice. Once more. Ya.
Ya.
Very good. Let's add the letter before. Siya.
Siya.
Very nice. Another letter before. Nasiya.
Nasiya.
Very good. Nasiya.
Sophia.
Very nice. Well done. Excellent. Let's go on to this one here. Now, we have a vowel with a sukoon. Letter before has a dhamma. So this is a waw mad. We are going to pronounce this for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
Very good. Let's try these two letters here. Ru.
Ru.
Once more. Ru. Very good. Well done. Let's add the letter before in. Siru.
Ru.
Once more.
Siru.
Very good. Remember, this is a sod, so your mouth has to be in a round shape. This is one of our thick letters. Okay. Siru.
Siru.
Very good. Let's add these two letters here at the beginning. Yubsiru.
Yubsiru.
Once more.
Yubsiru.
Very nice. And the noon at the end. Yubsiruna.
Yubsiruna.
Very nice. Once more.
Yubsiruna.
Very nice pronunciation. Well done. Excellent.
Alladhina.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. Let's just do this because there's lots of other children in the class as well. And it's really nice if we break it down for everybody. Yeah. So just these two letters here. This is a ya mad. The letter before it has a kasra. That's why we call it a ya mad. And it will be elongated for how many seconds?
2 seconds long.
Brilliant. So it'll be the.
Z.
And remember, this isn't a z sound, it's a the sound with your tongue touching the top front teeth. The.
Z.
Very good, well done. And let's add these two letters at the beginning. Remember, this is a tashdid, so we're going to really harden that lam there. Alladhina.
Alladhina.
Very nice. Once more. Alladhina.
Alladhina.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Really push on that lam when you have a tashdid on top, this little shadda. Yeah, here. Allah. Allah. Really push on it to make a hard sound. Alladhina.
Alladhina.
Very nice. Lovely recitation, G1127. Really good. Just keep practicing, and the more you practice, the better it will get. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help.
You're
Allah Hafiz. If we can have another student, please.
Yes, G1002.
G1002. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? G1002. Are you there? Should we try someone else?
Yes, G1003.
G1003. Are you there? G1003. Wa alaikum assalam. How are you?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Good to know. Are you understanding everything okay?
Yes.
Excellent. Good. So we're going to start with Tawuz and Tasmiya, and then we're going to start with this line here. Okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Jazakumullah. Right. So here, first sounds we have to make. This is a alif madda. We know that because the letter before has a fatha. So we are going to pronounce this for how many seconds?
Go.
Gha, 2 seconds.
Go.
Gha, 2 seconds.
Go.
Well done. 2 seconds. Excellent. We're now going to add the two letters from the beginning. So, balagha.
Balago.
Okay, make sure it's not longer than 2 seconds. You have to think in your mind, only up to 2. Okay, once more.
Okay.
Balagha.
Balago.
Much better, but keep it to 2 seconds. Balagha.
Balago.
That's better. Good. Make sure that that is 2 seconds long. Okay. Next one. Really nice thick sound there for your ghain. Well done. Now here we have a waw madda. We know it's a waw madda because the letter before has a dhamma. it will be pronounced for 2 seconds. So let's do that. Do.
Do.
Well done. Do.
Do.
Well done. Let's add the letter before. Si, do.
Si, do.
Very nice. Let's add these 2 letters from the beginning. Muf, si, do.
Move, si, do.
Well done. And the last letter, muf, si, do, na.
Move, si, do, na.
Very good timing there. Well done. Excellent. And this word here, we know this is a ya mad because the letter before has a kasra and the ya has a sukoon on top. It will be pronounced for 2 seconds. Okay? Re,
Li.
re,
Ji.
ra. Re.
Li.
Good. Well done. We're going to add the 2 letters at the beginning. Tajri,
Tajri.
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 Well done. Make sure you do that for 2 seconds. Re, 2 seconds.
Li.
Tajri.
Tajri.
Very good. Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Really nice. Just make sure you really work on your timing and you keep it for 2 seconds if you have a mad letter. Okay? Jazakumullah. Thank you so much for your help. Allah Hafiz. Okay, excellent. Really lovely recitation by all the students today. Well done. Just a quick reminder now. I'm just going to set your homework and just remind you of how to recognize each of these sounds. Okay. Sorry, just let me just set the homework first afterwards. So alif madda, you recognize the alif madda because you observe that there is an alif which has no stroke or symbol. It is a blank alif. Your question is there a fatha on the letter before? If it's a yes, you will identify it as an alif mad, and your action will be to elongate the fatha sound for 2 seconds. So for example, this would be la, 2 seconds. Waw mad, you recognize there's a waw with a sukoon on top. You observe that, you see that. Waw with a sukoon on top. Your question is there a dhamma on the letter before? If the answer is yes, you identify it as a waw mad. The letter before has a dhamma, so this is identified as a waw mad. You elongate the dhamma sound for 2 seconds. That's your action. To, okay? And what we looked at today was our ya mad and how to recognize that. We have a ya with a sukoon, ya sakin. We've observed that. We've seen that. The question we need to ask is there a kasra on the letter before? If the answer is yes, we identify it as ya mad. We have a meme with a kasra, so this is ya mad. The action is elongate the kasra sound to 2 seconds. So here we would have me. Okay? So we have our homework for today. Our homework for today is our normal elongation, and I want you to practice exercise 15.3, the red ya column, okay, which is the one we were just looking at here, which is the red column here. Sorry, just a sec. Just this one here, this column here, underneath that. Practice that, okay? And then you can move on to the remainder of exercise 15.3 and do as many rows as you like that we did today, okay? The rest of the exercise that we looked at here, right? So reference page is page 69. Your mud letter, your ya mud. Ya is a mud letter only if it is a ya sakin and it is straight after a letter carrying a kasra. The mud letter elongates the sound of the previous letter to 2 seconds. Okay, so that is your homework. So let's end today with our final prayer. If we can have a student, please.
Yes, G1104.
Assalamu alaikum G1104.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Did you understand everything okay today?
Yeah.
Excellent. So we're going to do our final prayer. Tawud, Tasmiyah, and the prayer. So, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
اللهم ارحمني
اللهم ارحمني
بالقرآن العظيم
بالقرآن العظيم
اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم.
اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم.
And the translation?
O Allah, have mercy on me for the Quran the Great.
Jazakumullah. Thank you to you. Thank you to everybody for today's class. And inshallah, we will see you again tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.